Good morning. It's yoga time. So let's go to the mat and do some yoga. Before you do, please hit that subscribe button and take a chance and hit the like button too. And let's have some fun. So we're going to start on our belly like we do a lot. Take your arms straight out and press your hands into the ground. Try to get the base of the palm all the way to the fingertips into the ground. And then let your forehead rest. Find your legs and get super strong in those legs. Activate your glutes. And then just start to feel the breath. Notice how the breath moves through the body, where it needs to go. So let the inhale break up the energy that seems stuck, and let the exhale release it. And then just rock side to side. So you're going to take it in a little motion to start with. Side, side. Let those outer armpits start to open. 2 more. Now, move into stillness, pause here, and then you're going to take your arms back. Open the palms up and reach. As you're lifting the chest, also move your torso forward. So you're inhaling and exhaling. Open and reach. 2 more. Open and reach. 1 more. Open. When you reach, you'll take that left arm and cross it. Stack your hands. Really push your palms together. Send energy out of each heel. And then take your right elbow over your left. Wrap your forearms. And then come back to center. Take your palms down. Lift your elbows up. Pull your arms back on your inhale and cross your right arm. Then your left hand stacks over your right hand. Stay with that breath. Good. Now take your left elbow over your right. Wrap those forearms and lower that left shoulder towards the floor. And then that right. Now back to center. Take your palms down. Lift the elbows. Pull the arms back. And cross your right arm over your left arm again. So from here, just pause here, get into those legs, and think about bringing your fingertips to the sky. You're just going to lift up, shoot your arms forward and up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. 1 more time. Release, and then let your hands go to the ground. Lift your elbows up, pull your arms back, and switch the cross. Left, right, wrap. Those fingertips go to the sky, the forearms go forward, and lift on the inhale and lower. If you can't get those elbows off the ground, don't feel bad. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale 1 more time. In and release. Now take your palms down. Open up. Reach your arms forward and then roll to your back. You're going to take the hand, grab the ankle, pull, energize through that left leg. Make sure the belly's in. So throughout the class, we're going to roll on and off the mat. And then you're going to roll back onto the mat. Take your arms back. Reach and roll and grab. Energize through that right leg from your core. And then roll back to the center. You're going to exhale. Inhale. Exhale, take your left leg, right leg, roll towards the left. And first grab, then take your arms out to the side, roll. You're not going that far, you're just going halfway. So you're just gonna take that right leg towards the left and roll straight out to the side. So you're going back to your belly, but that right leg is going out to the side, and you'll come into that plank variation. So you're gonna pull your elbows back to about mid-rib cage, curl your toes, and lift those hips. Pull your hips back and forward, back and forward, back. One more time. And then back to your belly. Reach your left arm out. Roll and cross your thighs. So you're going to take hold of the ankles. Find your breath again. You'll release and go back to your belly with legs straight. So you're going to exhale back. Take your arms back. You're going to open that heart some more. And reach, then roll. Take the hamstring. Energize through those legs. And then roll to your belly again, taking your left leg out to the side. Pause first. Now roll to your belly. Take your elbows back. Curl the toe in the back. Lift the hips. Find your core and pull those hips back. Rock it forward and back. Forward and back. Forward. One more time. Now drop. Roll, crossing your thighs. Grab your ankles. Stay in your core. Now roll to your belly again. You're going to take it back. Inhale. Reach and roll again. So from here, you're going to take the hamstring. Bend your left knee. Place the foot onto the ground and lift, taking your heel to the ground and lower the hips. Lift, drop your heel to the ground, right heel to the ground. You're going to lift, lower your hips to the ground. Again, dropping the heel to the ground, right heel to the ground, lift one more time. Stay in your core. Now, we're going to take your left knee behind your right knee, grab your ankles, switch the cross. So you're going to take that left foot to the ground, bring your arms over your head. You're going to lift, drop your left heel to the ground, lift your heel, lower the hips. Lift the hips, drop your heel to the ground, lift and lower. Again. One more time. Now pull that right knee behind the left knee. Good. Release. Drop your feet to the ground. Walk your feet to the right slightly, and then you're going to roll to your belly with your thighs crossed. Once you're back on the belly, if you need to reposition so that your right thigh is on your left thigh. And then you're going to bring your hands back so the elbows are going to mid-rib. You'll drop your right foot, lift up into a plank variation. So this weird cross, and you'll pull your left shin to the ground and your right shin to the ground. Lift and sit back with the elbows and sit back. So take a deep breath here. You're going to turn to the right and exhale. So you're folding forward, facing the back of the mat. Lift the chest up. Take your left foot back. So you're sitting up for warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. The back heel aligns with the front heel, and you'll rise up on your inhale. So breathe in. Bring that right heel deep into the ground. Take that left knee right over the heel. And then bow down as you exhale. cross your left thigh in front of your right thigh and lift that right leg. Just hang here in the hamstring. And then take your right foot outside your right hand. Take your left heel into the ground. Rise up, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Make sure you're breathing deeply and fully. And then bring your hands back to the ground. On the inside of that right foot, cross that right thigh in front of the left thigh and lift that left leg back. Good, now take your left foot outside that left hand, right foot outside the right hand. Hang for a second. Take a deep breath here, and then you'll make a right turn. Your thighs will be crossing. And then walk yourself forward. You're going to take that left leg up, so you'll be in a one-legged plank, and then lower all the way down to your belly and roll to your back. So you'll take that left leg up, take that right foot in, place that foot to the floor, and do that same thing where you lift the hips, lower that left heel to the ground, lift, lower the hips. Lift the hips, lengthen that heel to the ground, lift and lower. You'll fire your glutes, lift, one more, and drop. Cross your thighs, grab your ankles, release and switch, taking your left foot to the floor. Anchor, lift your hips, lower that right heel to the ground, lift, lower the hips, rise, lift, and sink. One more. And down. Cross your thighs again, grab your ankles, pause here. Drop, reach your arms over your head, and walk your feet slightly to the left so you can easily get those thighs on the ground. So you'll roll, and your thighs are crossed. If they come uncrossed, the left thigh is on top. The right one's on the ground. So you're going to take that foot to the floor, that left foot to the floor. You'll lift up into a plank variation. Drop your knee to the ground. Take your left knee behind your right knee. Sit back. Rise up. Take your right arm down. Oops, sorry. You're going to spin to your left. And bow. Sometimes I mess my left and my right up. Lift the heart up here. And take your left foot back for Virabhadrasana 1. You're lining your heels up. Rise on your inhale. Keep that back leg super powered. The shoulders are relaxed, but the arms are really extending. Take your hands back down on the inside. Cross the right thigh over the left thigh lifts. And take that left foot outside your left hand. Plant that back heel into the ground. Rise on your inhale. Relax anything you don't need. Stay with the breath. Feel that stability. And then drop your hands to the ground. Cross that left thigh over the right. Split. Now take your right foot outside your right hand, left foot outside your left hand, and then you're going to sit. You're going to have a seat on the ground. You'll bring your knees into happy baby. From here, you'll pull your feet together. And then just bring the arches towards your chest. Now take your legs up. Let them go out to the side, straight out to the side. You want your inner thighs to lengthen. Stay within your core so your belly is engaged. And then bring them back. You'll take your feet just a little wider than hip distance. Lift those hips up. Wriggle your shoulders underneath you. And just anchor those arms into the ground. So from here, think about your knees pushing. It's like you're facing the back of the mat, so you're pushing towards that direction. And then really drive those heels into the ground. So your chest is lifting up as high as it can. Now keep your chest lifted and lower your hips to the ground and lift. Lower, and every time you lower, try to pull your belly in. Sink down, scoop that belly in. Keep it going. Lowering and lifting. Exhale as you lower. Inhale as you lift. 2 more. Now hold it up. And sink down. You'll release. Hugging your arms, just kind of take your knees in slightly. And then switch the hug. When you release those arms, you'll come into a full happy baby. And then bring the feet together again. Then release those legs. Roll up. Push yourself up into a wide fold so your feet are on the edges of the mat. Now turn to the left. Let your thighs cross. And then walk your hands forward into a one-leg plank. I almost said 3-legged plank. Lower down all the way to the ground and roll. So you're going to take that right hamstring. Just hang here. Switch. You're going to take that left foot to the ground again. You'll lift and grab that foot. Just kind of hold the foot. Keep the hips elevated. Release and cross your thighs. Release and switch those thighs. Actually, you'll take right foot to the floor, lift, take that left foot. You can take with both hands, 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. And release. Cross your thighs. Grab your ankles. And release, taking your feet to the floor, arms out to the side. You're going to roll to your belly. Got the thighs crossed. Take your arms back. Drop your right foot. Come into that plank variation. So in the core. You'll drop that left shin to the ground. Take your right knee behind your left knee. Sit back. Lift those arms up on the inhale. Take your right hand down, spin to the right. Exhale into a fold. Make sure your belly's in. Deep inhale here. Take your right leg back. Come into Virabhadrasana 1. Rise on that inhale. Sink deeply, but lift up out of that ground. Drop your hands to the ground. Cross your left thigh in front of your right. Lift that leg. Good. Take your right foot outside your right hand. Plant that left heel into the ground. Rise on the inhale. Find that breath. Drop the hands. Cross the thighs. Left leg lifts. And then take your left foot outside your left hand. Right foot outside the right hand. Deep fold. Deep inhale. Turn to the right, crossing at the thighs. One leg plank, chaturanga. So walk your hands forward. Lift that left leg. Lower to the ground. Reach the right arm and roll here. Hamstring. Switch. Left leg down, right leg. So you're going to switch again, dropping your right foot. You're going to lift up, bend that left knee, grab the ankle again, one or two hands. If you can, take your shin to the ground. You can leave your hips elevated. Keep the belly in. Make sure that the ankles are pulling into the midline. Your belly is really suctioning up. Now you'll lift out, lower, and cross up your thighs. Grab your ankles for a second. You'll release and switch those legs out. Anchor, lift, take hold of that foot, and bring that shin to the ground, lifting the hips away from the floor, squeezing your ankles in towards the midline. Rise up and release. Take your thighs together. And drop your feet. You're going to roll to your belly again. Pull your elbows back. Drop your right foot, curling the toes. You'll lift into a plank variation. Getting more into your core. We have to drop the left one, I'm sorry. So drop your left foot and take your right knee to the ground. I'll be leaving that mistake in. Lift up. Turn. We all make mistakes. Exhale and inhale. Lift the heart. Good. Take your left foot back. Rise up on the inhale. Good. Drop those hands to the ground. Cross dog. Left leg lifts. Take your left foot outside your left hand and plant that back heel. Rise up on the inhale. Vigorously ground you into the earth. And then ride back down as you exhale. Cross those thighs. Lift that leg. Take your right foot outside the right hand, left foot outside the left hand, and hold. Take a deep breath here and sit. Come down onto your back. Happy baby. And then drop your feet to the floor. So you can do Setu Bandha, bridge pose, what we did before, just hanging here. Or if you want, take your hands by your shoulders. You'll lift your hips. Take your head, forehead, not your forehead, but just between your forehead and the crown of your head into the ground, and then lift up. Then drop your heels. When you're ready, you can lift, lower back down. Just kind of wiggle your hips a little bit, however feels good to you. A little bit of a windshield wiper, not too deep yet. But we're going to go up again. Lift your hips up. Stay in your core. Hands on the ground by your shoulders. And rise up. Lift up and lower back to the ground. So from here, just going to take Happy Baby once again. When you're doing Happy Baby, think about the belly button, an inch above and an inch below, scooping in. It's really important to be engaged in your belly and your core, abdominals. Now bring the soles of the feet together. Just bring those arches towards your chest. And then take your legs up. Let them go out to the side again. Bring them back to center. Roll up and fold. Take a deep inhale. Turn left. And then walk into that plank, that full arm plank. And then split. And then lower. All the way down. And roll to your back. Crossing at your thighs. So pause here. Take your arms straight out to the side. And you're going to keep your left arm parallel to the mat. You'll roll over, crossing your right arm over your left arm. So pull yourself up and wrap those arms and wrap those shins. So you want to pull the belly in. Remember in the beginning when we lift those elbows away from the floor, you want to think about the fingertips going to the sky. And lift. Release. Release your hands. Pull your arms back. Drop your left foot. Pull up. Just a pause. Lower down and roll. Taking your right knee behind your left knee. Wrapping. Drop the feet to the floor. Take your right arm out to the side. Roll. Take your left arm right over your right arm. Wrap those forearms and wrap those shins. And then take your fingertips up to the sky. And release. Palms to the ground. Pull your arms back. Release. Lift and lower. Roll and pause. You're going to roll straight to your belly and then to the other side, just to get the hamstring. One last bit of energy back to your belly. You're going to pull your arms back, lift up, pull your knees in, cross, and take them into Dandasana. Lift your heart and fold over as you exhale. Now, come onto your back. And allow yourself to fall into Shavasana, letting go of everything you don't need. Take a deep breath in. And then roll to your right. Come into a seated position and bring your hands to your heart. Thank your body for all it does every day. And give thanks for having a body to express who you are. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Cooper and Ginger are awake now. Say hello. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.